Steph Curry's movie, The GOAT.
I seen that. I seen the trailer for it. You saw the trailer?
So, all right, you remember we even did a review of the sneakers, the sneaks.
Sneaks. Yeah.
So when I saw it at first, the trailer, I thought the animation was okay. It wasn't fantastic. It was okay, and it had a gang of stars. I mean, there was a lot of good names in
Are we
there.
talking sneaks or are we talking
Sneaks?
Goat? Okay.
So you had a lot of good names, a lot of cameos and everything in there. I was on board until I realized halfway through the trailer that none of the licensing was done. So all the shoes were not some of them looked like Foamposite Galaxies or this and that, but they weren't. They were called other things.
It was the knockoffs.
So I was low-key disappointed in that. And then the more I got to thinking about it when it came out, I just never watched it. And that was only because I wished, with all that star power and all that stuff that they had going on, I feel like they should have pulled the trigger and tried to get some of that licensing on some of those shoes. At least get one or two brands on board.
Right.
If it's not Nike, get Puma and Under Armour, something.
Right.
But like the fact that it's just
they didn't have any.
None.
Yeah.
I didn't even bother, man. And like the animation was, it was mediocre by today's standards. So it didn't grasp me like a Pixar film would or something like that.
Right.
A DreamWorks.
Right.
So yeah, I ended up just not watching it. So
yeah, I did see it. It was actually an enjoyable movie for what it was. Aside from not having the licensing, the storyline itself was a good storyline, a good family movie to go watch. It did lack the licensing, shout out to DJ Mustard who, was in there doing his thing.
For sure.
But yeah, it would have been nice to see some actual real shoes.
I might still check it out.
We saw some Foamposite knockoffs.
Yeah, there's a few of them.
Reebok knockoffs.
Converse.
But for it to be a movie about shoe collecting and basketball and sports,
if you're really gonna embrace that culture,
it would have been nice. And I get, maybe it was a budgeting thing or whatever.
Of course, and I'm sure that's what it came down to. But I feel like if you're gonna call it sneaks and it's gonna be about sneakers and collecting and this and that, I got to see those brands. I got to see those classic colorways. I got to see those. I want to see the Freddy Krueger dunks, and I want to see the Paranorman foams, and you know what I mean. Like, I want to see that
the licensing for the coveted pair, because there was like the pair of, let's call them the Golden Kicks. I can't remember exactly what they were called, but there was like the pair of Golden Kicks, which actually like the shoes actually talked in this movie. So it reminded me, for those that are old enough to remember this, the MC Hammer cartoon.
Yeah,
with the talking shoes, the magic shoes. Yeah, it gave me MC Hammer magic shoe vibes. But the movie itself was a great movie. There was a great moral to the story.
Right. Okay. I may still check it out at some point. It just didn't get me excited because of that.
If you can catch it on streaming, it's worth the watch. It's worth the watch.
Did you catch it streaming or theater?
Streaming. I didn't see it in theater.
Was it in theater?
I don't know, but I caught it on streaming. But it's worth the stream.
Going back to GOAT, it kind of gave me similar vibes, and it's not that it licensing is not that kind of a thing, but the animation. I think it was Sony, right? Sony Animation.
Sony, yeah. And
they have some pretty good animated movies, and things like that.
Also, this was a little different because they're using animals,
right?
Whereas Sneaks, they actually had
people and shoes, and,
with a weird design of what the people look like, an alternate world type of look.
So watching the GOAT trailer, I got a little bit of the Sneaks vibe from it, but I also got a little bit of a Space Jammy kind of thing to
like
it.
like a collab.
Yeah, and then also, you remember that movie Like Mike with Lil Bow Wow?
Yes.
I got a little bit of that from the trailer too.
Shout out to Lil Bow Wow, or just Bow Wow now.
So
Shad Moss.
So yeah, I kind of got vibes of the three of those kind of mixed into this film.
Yeah.
And I could be completely wrong.
That definitely, from the trailer, I definitely do get that kind of vibe. But I mean, Steph, from my understanding, it's basically a version of
His
Steph
story.
Curry's rise to fame, him being kind of like smaller than everybody else. But in the movie, he is a GOAT.
You've seen the
ironically, he is a GOAT. So
you heard the Toby and Inigwe song, Big Fish, Small Pond? That's Steph's in the video.
Can't remember. I don't remember that.
Like when you said that about his story, big fish, small pond.
Yeah, but that's basically what it is. His challenges as a smaller player, going up against all these larger players, and him having to prove himself to them.
And being a basketball fan, that's part of me that wants to see it. Obviously Steph is probably the greatest shooter that we've seen. Definitely one of the greatest, if not the greatest.
Yeah.
Would
you put him on the Mount Rushmore of shooters?
Yeah. I think anybody who doesn't is an idiot
or not a fan.
So or a hater. I mean, we're gonna talk Mount Rushmore of shooter, and it's really hard because you got. I mean, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a stack of shooters. I mean, you could look at the Mark Prices, the Rex Chapmans, the Reggie Millers, the Ray Allens, the Glenn Rices. So there's a lot of shooters out there. So I don't know what my final Rushmore of shooters would be per se right now. I'd have to give it some thought.
Yeah.
But Steph is one I can guarantee is on there.
Yeah.
Bird. So
Birdman.
Jerry West, maybe. So, but
yeah, he was a shooter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what my Mount Rushmore, but it does. I probably will check this one out. But I'm not gonna sit there and say, say, oh, I'm ready,
running to see it. Yeah.
If it pops up while I'm certain, I'm like, I don't know what I want to watch. Let me flip through. Oh, go! I'll hit it.
Yeah,
I'll hit it.
And they don't have a release date on it yet, so I'm imagining it's gonna come out sometime next year.
Right.
Christmas at the earliest, but I'm thinking sometime next year.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get a second trailer at some point too with some varying scenes and maybe some revealing to a little bit more of the story. Obviously, we know it's him being a goat is just unheard of in this league,
right? Because
everybody's a bull and a giraffe and a giant gorilla and all these big animals.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll check it out. I'm pretty sure I'll check that out more than I would be eager to check out Sneaks.
Yeah.
If I do have nothing to watch and Sneak pops in my feed, I might give it the 10-minute trial. And,
right.
And if in 10 minutes it ain't grabbed me, let's see what else is on.
Yeah.
So, but
that was dope. And also, just a slight mention. Martin Lawrence is in Sneaks. He voices one. He voices one of the shoes.
Yeah.
So now the thing that didn't sit well with me. Martin's getting older now, so he doesn't have the same energy that he used to have. But it definitely sounded like the characters were a little underdeveloped for what they should have been.
Right.
Like if you're supposed to be a hype shoe, he sounded like me, super chill.
Right.
It's like, no, you're supposed to be this.
Need some more of that charismatic kind of like.
Needed some old school Martin and Gina Martin. Yeah.
Right.
That's what I was expecting. Oh, Martin's in it? That's what I was looking for.
Right.
Then it was like,
I hear that.
Older OG Martin, not younger, fresh to the game Martin.
I hear that.
But yeah, definitely worth the watch. If you haven't seen it yet and you ain't got
I'm surprised.
Watch some Sneaks.
I'm surprised. I honestly, because I had heard about Steph and this project a while ago, and I was in the assumption that it was a DreamWorks for some reason. I don't know why.
Right.
Until the trailer came out, and I realized it wasn't.
Well, you think any animation is DreamWorks?
No, I mean I'm a big Pixar fan, so I mean, Disney animation, Pixar animation, and DreamWorks is, there's a lot of Disney people that left and created DreamWorks. So,
right.
But it just feels like it should have been along that line. I don't think it would be a Pixar film because Pixar doesn't really do that type of film. They usually do all completely original. But
true.
Nonetheless, I'll probably check it out.
Can you reach that?